Have you downloaded the Field Days app yet? Have the map at your fingertips.
Dennis, how you doing? Can you tell me a bit about the Rhino product?
Yes, Alvin. Yeah, this is a two-part polyurethane spray applied protective coating.
Right.
Developed in America. And Rhino Linings Australasia is part of that worldwide group.
Yes.
We have applicators all over New Zealand. We started out in the business of ute tub protection, or
yes,
ute deck protection, depending on which country you're in. And we apply this to the back of the ute to give corrosion protection, non-slip, durability, impact protection.
Mm-hmm.
But what we've found is the product is fantastic for the protection in tanks,
yes,
inside water tanks, waterproofing of buildings, blast mitigation, military applications. Even body armour. We in Australia we line body armour,
yes,
with it, and military armour as well. So a very versatile product.
And so what's the makeup of it?
It's a two-part polyurethane,
yes,
rapid curing product.
Mm-hmm.
So it cures in about 15 to 20 seconds.
Yes.
And it can be sprayed to any thickness.
Right.
So quite a innovative product.
Thanks for telling me that.
Good.
Good
nice
on you.
to meet you.
That's a good one, isn't it? How you doing, Steve?
Good.
This is an interesting concept. Tell me about it.
So this is a automated milk feeder.
Yes.
The animal walks up, it reads the air tag, and then it will dispense the exact amount of feed that the farmer wants.
So sensors in here and reading the ear tag. Well,
ear tag reader in there, and some feed sensors down the bottom to work out when it goes empty.
Yeah.
And we can feed all sorts of different types of feed. And we can
So how big is the herd that this might service for the day?
service 200 to 300 cows.
Yes.
And it can feed. We've got pellets in here at the moment. We can put all sorts of different feeds. We can put your PK blends in. We can put feeds. Most of the stuff will flow. We've got a lot of variety we can do. And yeah, this will hold 800 kilos worth of feed. And it's all IoT connected. So it's got
IoT meaning?
IoT, which is Internet of Things.
Oh yes.
So it's connected to the cloud.
Yes.
You can set some of the animals to have different amounts of feed. So if you want to put a bit more, some of them you might want to give an extra kilo to. You can set those animals to have up a bit more feed.
So the skinny ones get a bit more.
Absolutely, that's the idea. You can do that.
Lovely.
Then you can get all your data out. You can work out which ones are eating more, which ones are eating less.
Yes.
And the other big thing we can do is we can stop your gutses.
Yes.
So some of them that end up eating way more than their share.
Yes.
They're only going to get what the system wants them to have.
Yep.
And no more. And all the other ones that didn't up until now get their fair share, now they get their crack.
Good work. Thanks for telling me that, Steve.
No problem.
Lovely. Good on you. Jaden, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate.
Good on you. Tell me about your enterprise here. This is
So we're 7,200 acres of conservation and farming land. We bound you the Whanganui National Park and the Whanganui River.
Yes.
So we do a lot of river activities, farm activities, horse trekking, hunting. Yeah, and conservation's the big one, so looking after blue ducks. And we've got transmitted kiwis on the station.
Have you?
Yeah, so functioning farm and agritourism.
Lovely. And you get accommodation there for tourists coming in?
Yeah, so we've got all sorts. We've got backpacker lodging starting from $45 a night up to your higher class $200 a night lodging.
Good.
Self-contained units, all sorts, family units.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we don't have TVs and internet in the lodges. Just want people to come and have fun. And,
Come and have fun and,
yeah, and the kids and the grandkids can actually talk to you then.
meet other people. Lovely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Good on you.
Good fun place in the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Good work.
Hey Simon, tell me all about your product
How
here.
are
Hey Simon.
So this is water flossing, okay, so instead of using dental floss, we
Yes.
use water.
Water floss. Yeah.
Yep. Fill it with water. We've got some mouthwash in there.
Yes.
I think you've got some at home.
Yes.
Warm water if you've got sensitive teeth.
Yes.
Okay. There's 12 pressure settings. All right. So if you've got sensitive gums, turn it down.
Yes.
Start at about half.
Yes.
Children from the age of 5 can use it. So it's nice and gentle.
Yeah.
All we're doing is see that little angle at the tip.
Yes.
Face that towards the button.
Yep.
It's easy to operate it with your thumb. So in,
Yep.
up, around and down, all the way to the back. Turn it around to do the inside. Okay? So it's simple, right? Just close your mouth so your lips are closed,
Yep.
so you hold the water in your mouth rather than it going everywhere.
Yep. Easy.
When you finish flossing, you'll use a full tank per clean.
Yes.
Alright? 70 seconds around about.
About that, yeah.
Yep. Leave it running on empty
Yes.
for 4 or 5 seconds, 2 or 3 times a week.
Right.
Just maintains the pressure
Yep.
of the valve, of the piston and stuff.
Good work.
Easiest thing.
Battery, how's it powered?
Mains power.
Oh yeah.
Okay, plug it in, not worrying about a battery.
No.
Alright?
Good as gold. Thanks Simon.
Awesome.
Good
Thanks
work.
heaps. Yep, enjoy your day.
I'm going to buy one next time.
Alright.
Estro scan. I'm just here talking with Barry this time. Barry, tell me a little bit about that. I've seen this process down on a dairy farm and down on the west coast.
That's designed to do is for heat detection.
Yes.
You have a wand that you'll put over the pads, and if they're on heat, they will go off.
Yes.
I can show you how.
Yeah.
And this one has markings, but it's not going off, so the cow's not on heat. So it just gives the farmer an easy way to find out.
Right. So the fact that that one went off, it had pressure from the bull on it or something, had it? Or
No,
no?
it'd be from another cow.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the idea is to get them up to an AB mating.
Yes.
That's a natural mating with the bull.
Right.
The cow that is standing
Yeah.
is the cow that's on heat.
Yeah.
The cow riding is just a way to show you
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me that. Ben, nice to meet you. Alvin.
Nice to meet you.
Good on you, Ben. Would you tell me a little bit about your machine here?
Okay, so this is the latest in semi-mount reversible plough from
Yeah.
Lincoln. It's an 8 furrow, and basically this is designed for your horsepower rated tractors 300 plus. It's more of an arable machine. One of the nice features on these is you've got what we call a Duramax board. So the board is glued rather than being bolted, and this is a feature that only Lemken has. So basically it has 2 clasps and a pin at the front that holds the board onto the plough body. And the whole idea behind that is that you have a cleaner surface.
Yes.
And also the board has been hardened to such an extent in the factory that if they drill holes in it, you find that the board would crack through aging and through flex.
Yes.
So they went to the glued design, and that's due to such a hard board, which is specific to Lemken. Some other nice features is hydraulic overload protection.
Yes.
Basically, it works off 4 accumulators that are on the main plough beam, and that's just a really nice feature if you're in stony conditions, or maybe you've got places where you'll get stumps or peat soil, that sort of thing. So they'll trigger off, will they? They'll trigger off, and basically your whole plough body and everything will roll forward. And then once the object's cleared, or if you have to clear it, then it'll come back down into the position, and that's all done by the accumulator. You don't have to, work it back to its position. It just resets. Another nice feature is this has got the capability to be on land or in furrow. So at the moment it is set up in furrow. So your tractor would run with its wheels in the furrow, and obviously on land means that you would take this pin out, the plough is adjusted around to here, and you can plough with the tractor on land with GPS, and basically you'll have straighter furrows. So some nice features to it.
Good work.
Another nice feature is the land wheel is set up on a memory RAM. So basically you have constant power to the tractor, and you have a switch, and you can set the depth that the wheel will go to every time, and once you've switched that and set it, it will remember that, and that way when you're turning on the headlands and you lift the plough and you're re-entering your next run, you don't have to set that wheel every time or use this gauge to get your depth. The RAM will remember it automatically. So it's a nice feature. Also, you have an accumulator on the land wheel, so when you go into the transport mode with the plough, this accumulator valve when you're in transport position means that the plough has shock absorbing on the road, so that's another nice feature, especially with such a large plough. You're looking at about 8 tonnes, so it's nice to have that feature there for transport, and the plough's not bouncing around on the tractor, less wear and tear on the pins, all that sort of thing. So, and that's another unique feature to the Lemken plough.
Thank you for going over all that with me. It's
Not
lovely.
a problem.
We've seen the best of the distances at 92.94 put up at the last quarter of an hour. I think that's the tricky part, is getting through that sticky patch at about the 70-80 metre mark, or perhaps a wee bit earlier, 60 metre mark. So come on, Colvin, get behind him. He's the last of the competitors here on the 6.5 to 8.5 tonne, but I don't think he's got enough tyres. He hasn't got enough tyres on that tractor. He's going to be lucky to even make 50 metres. So this is Glenn Townsend coming down for the first of the runs in round 2 of the 6.5 to 8.5 tonne weight class. I'm pretty sure that the calibration is the same as what it was previously. Glenn, in his first run, recorded the distance of 88.15. It was only about 4 metres short of what the winner Mark Weston recorded. But anyway, so what's Glenn got? He's got past that 70 metre mark. I think he's not too far away from it. He put in a good run. What's he done to try and eliminate that power bounce problem? Barry, look, you haven't really talked to him seriously enough about this, I don't think. He's going to get to 90 metres. Look, it's really, keep your head away from that ceiling. Oh, the front wheels are off the ground. Are we going to bounce their way all the way to 100 metres? No. Great effort, Glenn.
Ty, these augers here are interesting to me. Tell me a little bit about them.
Right, well, they're all made in our factory in Wirrie in South Auckland.
Yes.
So that's where our main head office and our main hire branch is. This really big gear is traditional, or most normally used for sort of motorway construction by the likes of your Brian Perry Civils, Fulton Hogan's, the Fletcher Group, that sort of carry on. Usually used for bridge abutments, that sort of carry on. So this really big gear that I'm standing beside here, a lot of this was the sort of scale that was used for the reconstruction of the Kaikoura State Highway 1 and railway corridor.
I see, yes. So down they go with it, and what sort of power's driving these augers down?
These big ones here are actually all, there's not an excavator here at Field Days that'll drive these.
No.
This is all run off crawler cranes.
Yes.
So like a big Liebherr crawler crane that then has hanging from the boom an auxiliary power unit.
Yes.
And then that's actually driving the drill motor. It's driving the augers or the cleaning buckets or
Yes.
the core barrels.
Good. And this one here is pretty more standard.
Yeah, that's
isn't it?
more standard. So that's just a standard setup where you've got a beak with a hydraulic drill motor,
Yeah.
and that's run off the hydraulics of the digger itself,
Yes.
like your excavator, and then the auger hanging underneath. And so that, those sizes there, we can go. You go all the way out to around about 1200 millimeters.
For barn poles and the likes of that sort of thing, or
For barn poles, potentially you can drive straight into soft earth.
Yes.
With a dry hammer like that, or like a vibratory hammer over there.
yes,
Yeah. For drilling, often then they're following up with concrete or something like that. Sheet poles are usually for retaining earth. So one case you might use them in is if they're doing a large excavation, like in the say the Central Rail corridor in Auckland.
yes,
They're doing some pretty deep excavations.
yes,
Can't afford for the sides to collapse on the guys working down there. So what they'll do is they'll use one of these vibratory hammers, clip onto the sheet poles, and pushing and vibrating them down into the earth.
yes,
And then these just all interlock, and effectively what you're building is you're building like a giant corrugated iron wall pushed down into the earth.
Gotcha.
And then they can excavate in the space between.
Yep.
You're not going to get the walls collapsing in on the guys working in that void.
and you can pull them out at the end.
Same process, vibratory hammer on there and then pull them back up again.
Yep, and reuse them elsewhere.
Exactly.
Fabulous. G'day, Ross. This is Trapinator. Would you tell me all about it?
I'll tell you all about it, mate.
Good on you.
Right, so this is a Trapinator possum trap, so it's easy to set and use.
Yes.
So what you do, put your bait on here. This is the bait bar here. We've got our own specific product here. Product there, it's a blue paste, cinnamon based product there.
Yes.
Possums like, use it on there. Smear it on here. Someone just underneath the base of the trap there. A little bit further down there. Push the lever forward like that. That's
Yes.
set now, so the possum will come in from the bottom here.
Have a sniff,
Pull
eh?
down on the bait bar, fire, and it'll end up like you see on the trail.
That's him there, eh?
Yeah,
Well, he doesn't know what's hit him.
that's right.
That's good.
So it's easy to mount.
Yes.
So it comes with 3 nails and a screw. You can pull this all out of the way, put the 3 nails in here,
Yes.
1 screw down the bottom.
Okay.
That's it, ready to go.
Beauty.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Tidies them up.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for that. Thanks for telling us.
Take it easy.